I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Well, good afternoon and Happy New Year, and welcome to Washita Basketball on the Washita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. This afternoon, the first conference game of the 2025 calendar year as the Washita Tigers host the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Chris Babb, joined by Jeff Root, as we bring you the action today in Great American Conference basketball play. Jeff, Washita, a fun team to watch. They put up some points this year. They are in the middle of the pack in the Great American Conference, and this could be an exciting game against Arkansas Tech today.
I agree. I think it's going to be an exciting year for Washita basketball. We just saw an outstanding performance by the women's team. We expect the same from the men, although obviously Arkansas Tech will give them a challenge today, but this has been a good day so far for Washita basketball, and there's confidence on this men's team that they'll keep it that way. As
we take a look at the matchup between these two teams, Washita 7-4 overall, 2-3 in Great American Conference play. Arkansas Tech 5-6 overall, 2-3 also in Great American Conference play. Wonder Boys' last game was a 23-point victory over Arkansas Monticello. The last time the Tigers took the court, they had a 12-point win at Harding, which they put up 96 points. Arkansas Tech won both of these matchups last year, and Washita looking to kind of change that starting today. Take a look at the Great American Conference standings as these two teams are still in the first quarter of this schedule, a 22-game conference schedule. 5 games into it, Washita and Arkansas Tech tied right there in the middle at 7th. As we have our home games throughout the year, we'll keep the white line there because that's where you want to finish if you want to make the Great American Conference tournament. Southern Nazarene and Oklahoma Baptist tied for first at 5-0. When you take a look at these two teams, statistical comparison, you're going to see some differences. Points per game, Washita likes to get up and down a little bit, averaging 89.1 points per game. Now, those numbers are inflated. They did have a 137-point game and another one with over 100 points. So there are a couple of big numbers in there, 137 and 109 in back-to-back games. They have scored over 90 points 4 other times this season. Arkansas Tech allowing only 68.5 points per game, scoring only allowing 66. So, Jeff, when you look at that, Washita is scoring 89. Tech is only giving up 66. So whichever team it is, as we get towards the middle of the second half, you see how the score's going. That could favor one of the teams.
Washita has over 90 points in 2 conference games. One of those, unfortunately, was a loss, a 1-point overtime loss. That was against Southern Arkansas right here at Bill Vining Arena. But again, Washita playing at home, not in front of the students. They're not back yet, but a good crowd has shown up for this. Parents, townspeople have shown up to see this contest. They've heard about the Washita team, how exciting they are to watch play, and I think we're going to have a great game today.
Individually, let's take a look as the last stat on there, 42.5% three-point shooting for the Tigers. Take a look at who's leading the way for these two teams. For Washita, it really starts with Hobart Grayson, averaging 24.4 points, 11.9 rebounds, averaging a double-double. Jeff, one early game, he had 26 and 18 against one of Washita's first opponents, Dallas Christian. It's like, okay, that's good. And then against Delta State, a Division II member from the Gulf South Conference, he had 33 points and 13 rebounds. Anytime you can average a double-double 11 games into the season, that's not bad.
It really gets your attention, doesn't it? Outstanding play. Not a one-man team, but he leads the way in so many departments. Really fine addition to this team. I'll tell you one thing that we might see is an interesting contest in three-point shooting, because you look at the conference stats, and Arkansas Tech's only hitting 26% from three-point range, but Washita is hitting 39%. So Washita wants to take advantage of that and keep that differential throughout this game.
Cassius Brooks leads the way scoring for Arkansas Tech at 19.6 points per game. They did have an addition to the roster. Carlos Ramsey Jr., a 6'5 senior guard from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a transfer from Hawaii Hilo, where he averaged 16.4 points per game in 2 years. He was a two-time All-Pac West. He was the Pac West Newcomer of the Year. don't know much about him other than that they got from Sam Strachner. And so we'll see how that plays out over the game as well. Let's turn it over to Casey Modal for our starting lineups.
Of Arkansas Tech University against your Ouachita Tigers. And now introducing the starting lineup for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys. Junior guard from Fort Worth, Texas, number 0, Jacob Zenon. Graduate forward from Coralville, Iowa, number 5, Savion Sims. Senior guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Cassius Brooks. Junior guard from Russellville, Arkansas, number 21, Trey Allen. And senior forward from Williamston, Michigan, number 23, Sean Cobb. The head coach of the Wonder Boys is Mark Downey. The assistant coaches are Nathan Kennedy and Brent Bennett. And now, Tiger Nation, let me hear you roar! This is the starting lineup for your Ouachita Tigers! Junior guard from Houston, Texas, number 2, P.J. Neal. Junior forward from Gonzales, Louisiana, number 5, Hobart Grayson. Senior center from Jonesboro, Louisiana, number 1, Roland Belton. Senior guard from Vivian, Louisiana, number 3, Reggie Martin. And graduate guard from St. Louis, Missouri, number 22, Sean Williams. The head coach of the Ouachita Tigers is Dennis Nutt. The assistant coaches are Levin Thornton and Richard Stringfield. This afternoon's officials are Patrick Watson, Chris Dunn, and Eric Ivory.
Our thanks to Casey Modal for our starting lineups for the two teams. As Arkansas Tech, under the direction of Mark Downey, Ouachita under the direction of Dennis Nutt, get to set for battle here. Chris Dunn, Patrick Watson, official part of the officiating crew, as they will get things going. Starting lineups for Ouachita: P.J. Neal, Reggie Martin, Roland Belton, Hobart Grayson, and Sean Williams. For Arkansas Tech: Cassius Brooks, Sabian Sims, Trey Allen, Jacob Zenon, and Sean Cobb. We mentioned before the game, or before the starting lineups, that in addition to the roster, Carlos Ramsey Jr. Not sure, obviously just joined the team, so not sure how he'll factor in and see how Coach Downey works him into the lineup. Arkansas Tech 5-6 overall, 2-3 in the conference. Ouachita 7-4 overall, 2-3 in the conference as well. Hobart Grayson set to jump center for Ouachita. Sean Cobb set to jump center for Arkansas Tech. Patrick Watson puts the ball in the air, and we are ready to go, and Ouachita controls the tip as we are underway from Bill Vining Arena. P.J. Neal running the point for Ouachita. Hobart Grayson quickly to the basket. He's fouled, lands awkwardly.
Well, that's disturbing to see that on the very first possession of the game, but he's up and okay. He was very high when he was hit and came down on his backside, and he is still hurting a bit. Have to hope that he's all right.
Yeah, Ouachita obviously needs Hobart Grayson in the lineup, averaging 24 points, 12 rebounds. Grayson goes to the free throw line, where on the season, 73% free throw shooter. The 6'6", 195-pound junior from Gonzales, Louisiana. First free throw is short.
Yeah, he's still trying to be okay. I think he's going to work through it. It was not a leg, it was backside where he hit, but he hit very hard. I thought he was going in for a dunk.
Yeah, I think he was. I've seen several amazingly athletic moves from Hobart Grayson. Wouldn't have been surprised at all if he was trying to do that. And he does get the first one to go. He jogs back down the floor, see how it works out for Hobart Grayson. Work through that. Glad to see him okay. Man-to-man defense from the Tigers. P.J. Neal guarding Brooks. Left side, this is Allen. Ouachita switching. This is Brooks, falls down, loose ball. 3 on the shot clock, have to put it up. The three-pointer is no good. Cobb gets the rebound, and Rollin Belton's going to get charged with that foul. It's unfortunate for Ouachita because the three-pointer came off in an awkward spot there right under the goal where Cobb was. Cobb goes to the line, 50% on the season, 6 of 12.
Real fight for the basketball just before Tech got it back and got the shot away, and then the nice rebound. Good work by Tech to keep that alive and to tie this game at 1, perhaps take a lead here. Ouachita did play good defense.
Cobb knocks both of his free throws down. Tech has its first lead of the game. All 3 points coming from the free throw line for these two teams. Sean Williams draws the double team, hangs in the air, can't get it to go. Brooks controls the rebound. Four out, 1 in offense from Arkansas Tech as P.J. Neal knocks that one out of bounds. Brooks gets Neal in the air. Nice seal off on the backside on the baseline from Sean Cobb. He had Belton sealed off on the high side. Nice entry pass, and Cobb has all 4 of Tech's points. Now Belton will work on Cobb. Double team comes down. Hook shot too strong. Rebound to Brooks. Brooks, the leading scorer for Tech, can't get that one to go. Cobb with the rebound and the putback. Sean Cobb with another offensive rebound. And Jeff, Sean Cobb show for Arkansas Tech, 6 points for Cobb.
You really like the speed of Ouachita, but they have missed a few shots, and Arkansas Tech has been good on the offensive boards.
Cobb came in averaging 2.9 points per game. He's already doubled his season average in the first 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Shot got enough iron to bounce over the backboard, so Tech has the ball back.
Nice defense by P.J. Neal, getting the steal. Kick out to Williams. Now to Reggie Martin, opening the corner for a 3. No good. Neal with the rebound. Six on the shot clock. Martin gets in the air and throws it off of the leg of Cobb. So now 4 seconds on the shot clock for Ouachita. Can't really get anything going offensively in the way of a rhythm, Jeff.
Yep. Williams not on target right now with his shooting 0 for 3. Ouachita is moving quickly, but not shooting well so far.
Give and go. This is Brooks. Sims, kick out. High arcing three-pointer. Hits the rim twice. Cobb gets the rebound. No good on the reverse layup from in front of the goal.
Yeah, Cobb, he's doing a great job of getting offensive rebounds, but that shot was just part of his imagination, I think. It didn't have a chance.
Coach Downey was like, just go take a good shot. Reggie Martin back to Grayson. 10 on the shot clock. Grayson will pull up for 3. No good. Rebound to Allen, and Ouachita is just cold to start this one.
Almost 4 minutes in. Tigers have 1 free throw. That's all they have. Playing good enough defense to only give up 6 so far.
Arkansas Tech has run the shot clock down in several possessions, and now they're at 3. And they're going to have to get a shot up that they didn't want, but it goes in. That three-pointer is good from Jacob Zenon.
That hurts. Good defense all the way to the shot clock, and he made a acrobatic shot.
10 of now. Reggie Martin finally gets the shot to go for Ouachita. Looking at the three-pointer for Jacob Zenon, he's 20 of 60, 33% on the season. He'll try another one. He's feeling it. And kind of a release from he's a right-handed shooter, kind of brings that one from his left hip.
Yeah.
And Zenon has 6, and it's 12-3.
Looks like he's pulling that out of a holster there, but he was able to hit that with no hesitation. He is feeling it right now.
So Arkansas Tech has opened this game with a statement, and Sean Williams gets his first one as he weaves through traffic, gets to the basket. And Ouachita trying to get a stop. Cassius Brooks goes all the way in. Gets it ahead. This is Martin to Grayson. Layup good to Sean Williams. A fast break basket for Ouachita. 4 straight to kind of stop the bleeding. Reggie Martin almost forcing a turnover in the full court. Screen from Cobb. Here's another one. Brooks tries to get around Belton. He does. Cobb keeps that one alive. Martin, Williams, Martin. Oh, my goodness. Reggie Martin. Hobart Grayson gave him the alley-oop. Now let's see if they're going to.
And Grayson got the rebound and slammed it home, but that was after play was stopped.
Media timeout, and so we'll let them settle this one, and then we'll take a break. That's a foul on Arkansas Tech, and after the break, Martin will go to the free throw line. 12-7, first media timeout. We'll take it. That one's just for us. The Tigers trail by 5, trying to cut into that at the free throw line after this timeout. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
Wichita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Chris Babb, Jeff Root with you here. 14:04 remaining in the first half. Ouachita trails by 7. Reggie Martin will go back to the free throw line. Or go to the free throw line. There'll be 2 subs into the game for Ouachita out of the timeout. Devin Franklin and Gavin Snyder. Franklin, a 6'8", 210-pound junior from Terrell, Texas. And Snyder, the 5'11", sophomore from Little Rock Central High School. Martin's first free throw is good. If he makes the second one, MJ Leslie will come in for the Tigers.
Martin, 72% shooter. Good shooter from the free throw line.
He's 2 for 2. And MJ Leslie will come into the game. Leslie, the 6-foot senior guard from Little Elm, Texas. Averaging 8.5 points per game. 44% three-point shooter on the season. Also new into the game for Arkansas Tech is Cade Schaefer. Schaefer, a senior guard from Russellville, played at National Park College in Hot Springs. Allen gets in the air. Nice job of defense by MJ Leslie. Patrick Watson deems that there was no contact, no foul, no touch of the ball, and so the ball will go over to Ouachita, Jeff, and they have a chance to tie this game with a 3. And about 4 minutes ago, if you'd said that, somebody thought you were crazy. Nice job by Allen of knocking that one away from Williams, though. Schaefer pushes it the right side to Brooks. Nice recovery by the Ouachita defense. And Arkansas Tech is in its half-court set. New into the game for Tech is Albright Abode, 6'9" junior from Waterford, Ireland. And Allen stepped on the baseline.
He went in the air and then looked for someone to pass to.
Yeah.
There wasn't anybody there, so he came back down out of bounds.
So Arkansas Tech has the height advantage somewhat. 3 guards, 2 forwards for Ouachita, although sometimes Grayson is a forward as well. MJ Leslie pulls up, baseline jumper, no good. Gavin Snyder, who needs a size advantage. Hobart Grayson, the double down, gets up in the air and draws the foul, and that one's going to be on Cassius Brooks. It's the first foul on Brooks. 3rd team foul against Arkansas Tech. Jeff, a lot of times we'll see Hobart Grayson get the ball on the block or at the high post. He's not afraid to step that out to 15 feet, but we've seen just the couple of times that he's done that so far. Arkansas Tech is going to double down and not let Hobart Grayson go one-on-one.
When he drove to the basket and was knocked down rather hard on the very first possession of the game, we didn't see a lot of moves after that. I think he was trying to work out some soreness, but he looked good on that drive and now has made a free throw. So I think we're going to see a lot more of Grayson the rest of this game.
Thankfully. Yes, if you weren't with us, the first possession of the game, those 2 free throws right there, Jeff, looked a lot smoother than the first free throw attempt as he went in hard from the right wing, was fouled and landed on his tailbone. He's back in rhythm, though, and looks good. This is Cassius Brooks, operates on MJ Leslie, goes to the basket, can't get the basket to go, but a foul is called on Leslie. New to the game for Arkansas Tech, Braden Tanner, a 6'1" sophomore from Dardanelle. A Sand Blizzard.
Homegrown guards, right? One from Russellville, one from Dardanelle.
River Valley, they've got Robert Millard from Dardanelle. Cade Schaefer's from Russellville. Tanner is from Dardanelle. We mentioned Trey Allen from Russellville. So 4 players there from the River Valley.
And then they have Brooks shooting free throws. He's from Chicago.
Just up the road.
Yeah, there is a road to there.
Yeah. Zenon comes back into the game. The junior from Fort Worth, Texas. 2 for 2 from the line for Cassius Brooks, who's the leading scorer on this team, the only player averaging in double figures at 19.6 points per game. Devin Franklin for 3, that's no good. Rebound, Hobart Grayson, that's not a shot. Grayson goes back up, can't get it to go. Franklin, one of the taller players on this team, 6'8", 210. But a nice pass there, a nice pass deflection by Gavin Snyder. Devin Franklin goes to the basket, no good. Gets his own to Crew Flowers, who just into the game, to Grayson, pull up in the middle of the lane, good from Hobart Grayson. Crew Flowers checked into the game for Ouachita, the 6'3" freshman guard from Fort Worth. Back to Franklin this morning after the shoot-around. Saw Franklin in here with Coach Nutt as they just kind of left Zenon open from 18 feet, had a miscommunication on defense. Saw Franklin in here with Coach Nutt and Reggie Martin shooting around the arc for 3. So he is 6'8", but he's not afraid to shoot the three-pointers, working on that a lot right after shoot-around today. They honor that fake. Franklin can't get the runner to go. The rebound is to Sims. A lot of down screens. Here's a ball screen. Sims on Grayson. Pull up in the middle lane, no good. Grayson tips it to Franklin. Ouachita fortunate, Jeff, because Franklin was trying to throw it off of Sims's shin, and it just kind of disappeared.
He missed the shin, but his teammate got the ball, so Ouachita has the possession.
Snyder, this is Grayson, about 15. Here comes the double team. Fadeaway jumper, good for Hobart Grayson.
And that is a weapon not everybody has, a long turnaround jump shot.
Coach Downey not pleased with the on-ball defense of Sims. I know that coaches who scouted Hobart Grayson, there's a nice take by Tanner. Coaches who have scouted Hobart Grayson, Zenon with another three. He's got 11.
Oh, that's amazing. It looks like he's just throwing the ball up there, but he's got a dead-eye shot.
MJ Leslie for three, no good. Flowers flashes in for the rebound but can't control it. I was watching Coach Downey. He was not happy that Sims allowed Grayson to pin him on the high side. So it'll be interesting to see whether the strategy to try to defend Grayson is to front him and not allow him the ball. Zenon's going to pull up again. That was just kind of out of rhythm. It was off to the left. Be interesting to watch Grayson and see how Sims guards him, whether he doesn't want him to even touch the ball. Leslie for three. Good for MJ Leslie. Leslie's a good three-point shooter. Couldn't get the first one to go, but he does get his second attempt, and it is a one-point game. Interesting to watch the Sims and Grayson match up on the other end when we go back down there, because you know Ouachita is going to want to get the ball to Hobart Grayson. Gavin Snyder with smothering man-to-man defense, almost came up with a steal. Nice job by Brooks. 7 on the shot clock. High screen from Abode. Tanner pull up over Franklin. No good. A rebound. MJ Leslie. That was a good defensive possession from Ouachita.
Yeah, really, really is good defense from everybody on the court. Everybody's on their man.
Leslie feeling it, and the Tigers have their first lead of the game. 21-19.
And they got the shooting woes turned around. Slow start, but they have come around now.
Grayson flashed, almost got that one. Snyder couldn't get around the three, and they're going to call a foul.
Oh, goodness.
Patrick Watson, excuse me, that wasn't Watson, that was the other official, said that Snyder got him on the foot, got him down low. Interesting. 4-point play out of the timeout, media timeout. Ouachita trails by 1, 8:10 remaining in the first half. Back to Bill Vine Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
.8:10 remaining in the first half. Back at Bill Vining Arena. Chris Babb, Jeff Root here with you as the Ouachita Tigers, Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys battling in this first half of this Great American Conference game. Cassius Brooks to the free throw line. Jeff, you asked me in the break what Arkansas Tech was from three-point line. They're 4 of 8. Brooks's three there was the first three-pointer that had been hit by a Tech player other than Jacob Zenon. He's 3 for 4. The rest of the team is 1 for 4.
And they came in conference statistics, averaging only 26% from three-point range.
MJ Leslie heat check. That was a little bit short. Nice hustle by Gavin Snyder. Trying to reward himself with a three, and the sophomore from Central gets the three-pointer to go. Some hustle plays from Gavin Snyder, Jeff. We've seen it a couple of times on the offensive end of the glass.
He's a 44% shooter on three-point range, and he just made a big one for the Tigers.
Ouachita most of the time switching. Crew Flowers gets in the air. Brooks misses the three. Rebound Snyder. Behind the back dribble. To Leslie. This is Williams operating on Tanner. Nice dish to Franklin in the slam. Devin Franklin crashes from the backside. Sean Williams felt the double team and got it to Franklin for the two-hand slam. Ouachita's biggest lead of the game comes with 7:22 remaining in the first half at 4 points. Cobb, he had the first 6 points for Arkansas Tech, operates on Franklin. No good. Rebound to Williams, and a foul is going to be called on Cassius Brooks.
You know, with Grayson out of the game, this is awfully good work by the Tigers to regain the lead and build on it.
Now we see subs into the game, Reggie Martin, but also a sub into the game for Arkansas Tech. That's going to be Carlos Ramsey Jr., his first action after joining the team at the break, but not before we take a break. 6:55 remaining in the first half. Ouachita 26, Arkansas Tech 22. Back to Bill Vina Green after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Back to action here. Arkansas Tech with a 2-2-1 pressure. Two-guard front for Ouachita. Sean Williams, Gavin Snyder. Tech drops into the zone defense. This is Franklin. Pull up from 15. Good from Devin Franklin. He's got 4 points. Tanner picks up his dribble, looking to Cobb. Sean Williams gets the job of guarding Ramsey, who's new into the game. Allen gets Leslie up in the air, gets the shot to go, and MJ Leslie is going to get called for that foul. Trey Allen gets his first basket.
Grayson back in the game for Ouachita. I tell you what, this is how you become a great scorer. I felt like he had not quite been himself through the first part of this football game, or basketball game. Sorry, yeah. But Grayson actually leads the team in scoring right now.
Yeah, he averages a double-double. We've talked about it. He probably already has 3 rebounds now. Sean Williams left alone in the corner. Can't get it to go. Devin Franklin with the rebound. Works on Cobb. Goes baseline and loses it. Loose ball at Sean Williams, and a tie ball, alternating possession, will go to Arkansas Tech.
It's still a good job to dive for that basketball to change the possession arrow for next time and also to stop a potential fast break. Good job by Williams.
Braden Tanner gets it off to Schaefer. This is Ramsey, first time he's touched the ball. Inside, stolen away by Grayson. They tell him to stop ball, but they did not stop the ball. Grayson goes to the line, gets the foul call, will go to the free throw line. You could hear in the background tell him to stop the ball, but Cade Schaefer never could get a step in front of Grayson to stop the ball, and Grayson went all the way to the line and drew the foul, goes to the free throw line where he came into the game as a 72.9% free throw shooter. Gets it to go. Grayson We're looking in the stats for national, and he is the top 15 in scoring in the country in Division II. He has been the leading scorer and rebounder for Ouachita. Good-looking free throw stroke from Grayson. He's 4 for 5 from the line. The only miss was that first one after he took that hard spill in the first possession of the game. Cobb has double team from the backside. It was Franklin on the front top side. P.J. Neal back into the game for Ouachita, doubled from the backside, and he is whistled for the foul. So Sean Cobb will go to the free throw line for Arkansas Tech. 6 of 12 on the season for the senior from Williamston, Michigan.
He did a good job of getting himself to the free throw line, saw some pressure coming to him from the back, threw it up left-handed. Not a chance to make the shot, but a good chance to go to the free throw line. Good job by Cobb.
Now drops below 50% free throw shooting, 6 of 13 now after that miss. Second one gets him back to 50%, 7 of 14. So Ouachita, after being down 9-1, largest lead for Arkansas Tech was 12-3. The Tigers lead by 5. Reggie Martin weaves through traffic, loses it out of bounds. It'll say it was off of the hand of a Wonder Boy. And the Tigers will inbound the ball. P.J. Neal will trigger the inbounds pass for the Tigers. And you get a good look at what Neal's trying to inbound against. He gets it to Franklin. This is Grayson. Here comes the double team. Goes baseline. Gets it in the air. Counted in the foul. Jeff, sometimes you just see how in the world does he get those to go, but he did.
Yeah, just amazing. I mean, that's a guy who is trying to make sure he doesn't hit his head on the backboard
I
and
have that
still
problem.
bouncing it off of the glass for the basket.
Did you ever have to worry about that?
No, not even with a ladder.
Hobart Grayson now with 11 points to lead the way for Ouachita. The old-fashioned three-point play. 12 points now for Hobart Grayson. 3 of 5 from the field, 6 of 7 from the three-point line. From the free throw line. That'd be quite a game.
At least you had the sport right. I
Right.
said football while ago.
Yeah. That's a fair point. Brooks trying to free Cobb on a back screen. Ouachita defends it nicely. Now Tanner's back to 5 on the shot clock. The ball goes out of bounds, and Coach Downey's not happy with the offensive execution of that set. Rollin Belton back into the game for Ouachita. You know, you watch as many of these games. Of course, when the students are here, we have students doing the play-by-play, so a lot of times I'm either in the trailer or in here, but if you watch, you know these teams do a lot of film scout.
You bet.
So when a team calls out a play, the other team will say, hey, they're running X or chin or whatever. It's one thing to know what the other team is running. There's another thing to defend it nicely. And Ouachita did a nice job defending that play. Coach Levin Thornton, the assistant coach, called out what play that Tech was running, and Ouachita defended it nicely. Tanner tries to weave through traffic. He does. A foul is called on Sean Williams.
It was a nice athletic move by Tanner. I would imagine he dominated some basketball games at Dardanelle.
They're going to look and see who the foul was on, so I'm going to let Jeff talk.
All right.
Yep.
We'll take a look
They're
at
gonna
this.
need to look
video
and
and look at it.
They're going to come over and want to look and see who that foul was on and see if they had it on the right person. So they'll
Here we are.
pull it back to the previous play. And so what you're going to be seeing there is what they're seeing as well, but that's not the right shot, but
We'll get to it.
all right, good job to our crew in the truck. They were able to see that foul was called on, should have been called on Reggie Martin instead of Sean Williams. A lot of times I handed him the headset. I offered him the headset, and he just told me what he wanted. So I had the headset here for him to talk to Gavin.
That's right, yeah. Well,
good job to Gavin Wallace in the trailer.
Gavin pulled it up anyway. It all worked out.
The official didn't want to talk to Gavin. He just wanted us to talk to Gavin.
He didn't want his hair messed up by the headset.
Hey, no bald jokes.
I wasn't talking about you. Although
we do have the same hairstyle. Braden Tanner to the free throw line for Arkansas Tech, 13 of 15. Only 2 misses on the season for Braden Tanner. 86.7% free throw shooter for Tanner, the sophomore from Dardanelle, the Sand Lizard. It's got to be the only Sand Lizard mascot in the country, don't you think?
I would think so. I'm not going to bet on it, but I would think so.
Commissioner Will Pruitt, GAC commissioner, if he's watching, I'm sure I'll get a text and say, yes, it is. I did see a high school mascot database that was shared somewhere on Facebook that Will had commented on. He lives in Dardanelle. Hobart Grayson takes that one and kind of lost balance, expected a foul, didn't quite get it. And Tech is on the move, trying to cut this to a one-possession game. Tanner kicks out. This is Allen. Now Sims. Zenon from deep and gets a miss, and Hobart Grayson adds to his rebound total. Neal pushes. Martin, baseline. Up and under, nice block by Cobb, but how did Reggie Martin get that rebound? Alternating possession will stay with Ouachita. It's a nice block shot by Sean Cobb, Jeff.
And a good recovery by Martin to grab the ball before it went out of bounds, and he hit the court, so they tied him up, but that'll stop play at 3:21.
Media timeout, we'll take it. That was just for us, 33-27. Tigers lead by 6. Back to Bill Vining Green after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Batson Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Batson Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Batson Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Batson Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Batson Signs today to see what they can do for you.
P.J. Neal set to trigger the inbound pass for Ouachita out of the media timeout. Ouachita running the inbound set, trying to free up Grayson. There he is on the wing. Nice look to Belton, and he is fouled on the backside by Trey Allen. Jeff, that was a nice set run by Ouachita, and a lot of times you see Hobart Grayson get out there. They're so keyed on Grayson. A double team went after him. He was able to find Roland Belton at the block.
Belton goes to the free throw line. Tell you what, after you come out of a timeout, you've got time to set up a play, and they set it up well.
Both teams are in the bonus. I thought that was a shooting foul on Arkansas Tech, but it was on the floor. Both teams are in the bonus for the remaining 3:14 of the first half. Roland Belton gets that one to go. Belton's only been to the line 6 times so far this season coming into today's game. He'd made 3 of those 6 attempts.
He's got a high arch on his shot.
A lot like Abby Harrison for the women's team. Good-looking free throw from Roland Belton, and Gavin Snyder will come into the game for Ouachita, going with a little bit different look, try to take advantage of some offensive matchups. That does give a size advantage to Arkansas Tech. So Hobart Grayson will guard Cobb, and then Sean Williams gets the assignment of guarding the 6'7" Sabian Sims. Nice job of help on that defensive set. Arkansas Tech wanted to get to Cobb. Couldn't get it to him, but Braden Tanner creates something and draws a foul on Gavin Snyder, and Tanner will go back to the free throw line where he has only missed twice this season, 15 of 17 from the line. Jeff, Ouachita did a nice job of P.J. Neal helping off on that, not letting Cobb get the pass on the cut across the lane, and then Tanner was just able to create something and draw a foul.
Tanner's done a good job. Young man from Dardanelle finds himself on the line. Now he's played a lot off the bench so far in the first half.
Makes the first one. Tanner averaging 19.3 minutes per game. Tech has 3 players averaging over 30 minutes. That's Cassius Brooks, Sabian Sims, and Cade Schaefer. Those have been in the game most of the time. Brooks has played 15 minutes. Sims 14. Schaefer only 4.
He's checked back in.
2 free throws from Tanner cut the Ouachita lead to 6. This is Neal looking for Grayson. Cobb does a nice job of forcing Grayson out. Williams looked for a cutting Grayson on the baseline, but it was just too hot of a pass. Couldn't quite get it to connect, and the ball will go over to the Wonder Boys, trying to make this a one-possession game. 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
I think his angle was off a bit on that pass. It bounced a little too low for Grayson to reach down and get it.
Zenon pulls up from just inside the three-point line, and the basket is good. He's got 13 points to lead all scorers, and it is a 4-point game.
As we said, an unusual shooting style for Zenon, but he really has made it work today. Good work from the three-point line.
This is Grayson. Nice cut. Williams had to go to the backside for a reverse layup, and because of that, Sean Cobb was able to block that shot. If Williams had been able to go to the right side of that rim, he would have had an uncontested layup, but his body was just not in the right spot. Now Tech with a chance to cut further into this Ouachita lead. Under 10 on the shot clock. Coach Downey not liking how the offense is getting set up, but Sims is going to go baseline and can't get it to go. Gets his own, and the putback is good. They're gonna come back and look at the basket to see if it hit the rim. Now they're not going to have to look. He gets help from the official to make sure that it did hit the rim. That was the right call. The ball did hit the rim, and Sims got the rebound and put it back. The official stopped play he didn't have a good angle to see if it hit the rim, but his partner came in and helped him out. Snyder, the double team. Grayson, pull up from 15, no good. Rebound Schaefer. Now Tech has a chance to tie or take the lead with a minute to go. It's been a back and forth half. Arkansas Tech had the momentum in the first part of the first half. Nice job by Snyder of stealing it away, but both players, both Snyder and Schaefer, saved the ball in. And now a turnover. Coach Downey wanting to say that Coach Nutt got in the way, but I think Coach Downey didn't see something.
Yeah, Coach Nutt was out of bounds.
Yeah.
And he's, of course, always standing up over there. He certainly tried to get out of the way.
Coach Downey trying to get the call, didn't work. MJ Leslie comes into the game for Ouachita, 3-point threat. Gavin Snyder will run the point. Grayson hands to Leslie, back to Martin. You see how the pull-up jumper from Martin on the baseline. Good from 18 from Reggie Martin. It's a good-looking baseline jumper. This team has been a good shooting team this season, and now Arkansas Tech calls the use it or lose it timeout to set up a play in the last 21.6 seconds. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Jeff, this half, the first few minutes were all Arkansas Tech. Ouachita responded with a run of its own. The largest lead for Tech was that 12-3 at the 15-10 mark. Ouachita was slow starting offensively. Ouachita's largest lead was 8 points. And now here we are with a 4-point lead for Ouachita, 21 seconds Tech's going to try to get it to right where it was when we started this thing.
I think we expected a close game, certainly. It was a surprisingly slow start for Ouachita, and then they really dominated for a period of time, but Arkansas Tech has fought back and kept it at just a 4-point deficit against the Tigers, and they have the ball and a chance to cut into that before halftime.
So no subs at that timeout. Sims will trigger the inbounds pass. Tanner in one corner. Looks like Allen will head to, Zenon heads to the right corner. Schaefer running the point. Crew Flowers defending the ball for Ouachita. Schaefer goes to work. And now Tanner comes up with 7 on the shot clock, or the game clock. Schaefer, top of the key for 3, no good, and that is how the first half ends. Ouachita leads 37-33 at halftime, and that was a good set from Ouachita in the defensive set from Ouachita. You could tell Arkansas Tech was trying to set it up with Schaefer to give it and then come back for that three-point shot, just couldn't get it to go. It was good defense from Ouachita.
Both teams playing very, very hard, playing aggressively. Ouachita maybe a little hyped up at the beginning of the game, just missing some shots, but playing pretty good defense, and then the shots started to fall. Ouachita grabs the lead at halftime.
37-33 is your halftime score. The Tigers lead by 4. We'll take a few minutes of a break, hear from some of our sponsors. We'll have you some first half statistics when we come back. You're watching Ouachita Tiger Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Captain Henderson House. We're a home to call your very own when you're away from yours, with a porch to end your night on, surrounded by friends, sharing stories and old times, and a yard with memories of summertime weddings and picnics after the game. We are so thankful for the life this house has seen for nearly 150 years. Come stay with us and join in on our stories. Captain Henderson House, Inn and Events.
There is a road laid out for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. There are so many threats to IT these days, and we're here to help protect your data and devices. We're also by your side when things simply go wrong, whether it's servers crashing or printers breaking. We cover it all for our clients in all types of businesses. And with over 80 years of history in Arkansas, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
Welcome back to Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law. Halftime, Ouachita 37, Arkansas Tech 33. Chris Babb here, joined by Shane Hartzell, Magnet Cove High School, the Magnet Cove Student Network. For those of you who watch us most of the time, you know that the OSDN broadcast crew is a group of students from Ouachita who are in the communications department at the Rogers Department of Communications at Ouachita, and do a great job. Appreciate them. Those are still gone for Christmas break. And so each Christmas we've been able to talk to Shane Hartzell at Magnet Cove High School just up the road to bring some students. Shane, thanks for bringing the students. I appreciate it. And it's exciting for your students. They did a basketball game last night, and they get to come to a basketball game today. We're just really appreciative.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to come out and work with you guys, and these kids get to kind of experience on the collegiate level what's going on as far as the communication and sports information and things like that. So we just we love the opportunity to do it. We started a program about 4.5, 5 years ago, and it is just something that's grown, of course, since COVID.
Right.
It has grown exponentially since then. So
there are a lot of high schools around the state, which is why we host our high school sports media conference, and you guys have come to that. There are a lot of schools around the state that have really embraced the sports broadcast of all kind, but the sports broadcasting opportunities. And I know that you guys had a basketball games last night with Bismarck, where your students are doing the same thing we're doing here, where they're doing play-by-play and color and directing and running cameras, and it's just good skills for these students to bring. What do you see as a teacher, the benefit from some of these students that you have in your program?
Well, I think the biggest thing that I see is them being able to adapt and being able to learn to work together with others as a team. Teamwork is the most important thing, and being able to troubleshoot when things go wrong, because as you know, in this business, it's not a matter of
when someone pushes the wrong button and coughs in everybody's ear. Yeah, just like that.
It's not a matter of.
I don't know if I'd be able to talk today at all. Some people would probably wish I wasn't. They cough for the last 2 weeks, and then when you push the button, just inside baseball here, you got the cough button.
Right.
When you need to cough, you push the cough button.
The cough button.
But when you don't push the right button, you blow everybody's ears out at home, like I just did to you. Sorry, at home.
No, hey, it's great. No, and that's the biggest thing, is just being able to get hands-on experience doing this, and they can kind of see, what a lot of people have the thing that you just turn a camera on and boom, it's there. But as we all know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of that too.
Technology is great until it's not. It happened earlier in our internet connection. These are great as long as you have internet. You can do a lot of stuff. But if you don't have internet, it doesn't do any good. And
exactly.
Twice during the women's game, our internet connection got kicked, and so it was completely off. So, but it is good for those students to be in those positions where they're able to. You mentioned the word troubleshoot a little bit earlier.
Right.
Talk about the age of your students and how someone at Magnet Cove gets involved in this if they're interested.
Well, and we start this in the 9th grade at the high school, and they have the opportunity to come and learn about the equipment and basically the basics of broadcasting and camera angles and things like that, and learn a little bit about the equipment and actually how to use it, on a daily basis, or in a sporting event. We also do graduations at our school as well. So, we're in a small school, and we've got multiple roles there, But yeah, sports is what we focus on primarily, because it's big anywhere.
Right. Again, we're talking with Shane Hartzell of Magnet Cove Student Network, Magnet Cove High School, just up the road between Malvern and Hot Springs. We do have one of your students beside us.
Yes.
Dalton Reed, who is a senior in your program, and we'll get Dalton on here in a second to talk about it. But opportunities, Dalton has a podcast that started with you guys, and he won an award for that. And so I think back to when I was in school a few years ago. The opportunities that students have because of technology, because of the internet, and then Dalton was one who took advantage of that, and kind of give us a little insight on the podcast, and we'll bring Dalton in and talk to him about it.
Okay. Well, first of all, Dalton, he has done a great job. He has he has basically been on the air since, I guess, the 9th grade when we first started our
so
program.
You're saying he likes to talk?
Oh, he likes to talk. Yeah, he's not afraid of the microphone.
He's not afraid of the microphone. I will. Another one of your students, Gavin Wallace, is one of our sophomores, one of our student directors. He's been running the show in the truck today and gave the officials the replay that they wanted to do, and
absolutely
just wired for engineering.
He is. Gavin was always an exceptional student, and he's very.
Is he really
mechanically inclined
yes,
as far as working with this type of equipment?
And which is good when you're someone like me who's mechanically declined.
Myself as well. I'm with you there.
Yes, absolutely. Shane, thanks. Let's shift the headset over and let you play musical chairs with Dalton. We'll bring in Dalton Reed. That's what it was. Our headsets were backwards. That's what the whole thing. See, you touched the wrong one. I was trying to cut you guys off. Bring in Dalton. Dalton's a senior at Magnet Cove. Kind of tell us about your Inside the Huddle podcast, where it started, what you do, and then the award that you were able to receive.
Yeah, well, first off, I appreciate you letting me on air. But, yeah, Inside the Huddle really started, I guess, freshman year. It started out as a coach's show. I kind of did, like you do with Coach Shucker down there at Arkadelphia, and I noticed going into my junior year that I thought it could be something more, and so I went out and got a couple sponsors and formed it into a podcast. The first year it was just audio, and then this year in July I started the video portion of it, and so that took off from there. I've had some exceptional guests on there, some I'm very, very proud of. And then the Arkansas Podcast Collaborative, Ty King and his staff, they formed the ARCAST Awards, and so Coach Shane Hartzley was the guy that was just on here. He nominated me for Best Sports Podcast, and it's done by vote. And so I have a major support community behind me, and they rallied me to the win, and it was an awesome experience to just be in that moment.
That's fun. That's fun. It's also just good skills to be able to interview some of those people. I know you've had people from around the state of Arkansas who work in a variety of areas in sports. It's good to be able to interview them and kind of learn that part of the whole thing as well.
Yeah, it's a whole situation. I never know going into the interview how this person is going to interview. I guess that sounds like a weird term, but a lot of coaches, I'll tell you this, Anthony Lucas and Clay Toddy are two very different interviews.
Very different.
Very different, personable-wise, and just how they formulate their answers and their opinions. If we talk about, Coach Sharp was talking about NIL. I asked him about how that may be coming into high school, and they all have different answers on that. But, yeah, it takes a lot of homework, I guess you could say.
Absolutely. And, in fact, I didn't know how you would handle this interview. I didn't know if you were comfortable behind a microphone or ever been behind one. So
I've just a little bit of experience behind a mic.
You did, you did just fine. So, Dalton, congratulations on the award.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming, and thanks for representing your fellow students who are helping us out today.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it, Bab.
It's halftime of Ouachita and Arkansas Tech, the men's game. Ouachita 37, Arkansas Tech 33. We'll be back to wrap up halftime, take a look at some of the first half statistics when we return. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our years of history in Arkansas. You can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. Sign up for a free consultation at captg.com.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
For years, we've said we'll be on your side, by your side.
We all stand by that promise.
And I'm proud to be a part of a team of attorneys who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side.
So if you've been injured,
we'll be on your side, by your side.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Back for the second half of action and from Bill Vining Arena on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University. Ouachita 37, Arkansas Tech 33. Chris Babb, Jeff Root here. Good halftime talk with Shane Hartzell and Dalton Reed of the Magnet Cove Student Network, Magnet Cove High School. Again, appreciate them coming over to help us today as the Ouachita students are still out on Christmas break. They will show up at the end of next week. And thanks to Magnet Cove and also thanks to our Gavin Wallace, a sophomore here at Ouachita, for running the show today in the truck. Arkansas Tech with the ball to start the second half. Ouachita again with good defense in the first half. And here we go with 10 seconds left. Tech finally trying to get something going offensively, not being able to get it go with their set. But Cassius Brooks is able to capitalize regardless and get the first basket of the second half.
Yeah, he's quite a scorer. I mean, not really open at all, but was able to get in a position where he could put up a quick shot and make it. Got it off the glass.
2-point game. Neal evades the double team. Reggie Martin goes baseline. Contested, but the layup is good for Reggie Martin.
That was quite a good shot. 8 points now in the game for Martin.
Trey Allen goes into Sean Williams again. Off of the glass. Wash, rinse, repeat for Arkansas Tech as the Wonder Boys can't get anything going in their set, but they're able to get a basket off the glass. Sean Williams from 17, no good. Rebound, Allen. Tech with a chance to tie the game or take its first lead since 7:55 remaining in the first half. It was a fast start for Arkansas Tech that got the Wonder Boys off to a 12-3 lead. Now Cobb gets the putback, and we are tied at 39. Cobb had the first 6 points for Arkansas Tech in the game. Those are the first points he's had since then. He ties the game at 39. Grayson was looking for Rollin Belton, who was all alone on the baseline, but Arkansas Tech did a nice job of getting a foot into that one and knocking that one out of bounds. That was Cobb, I believe, who was able to get a foot on that one. No, it wasn't. It was Sims. Kicked that one out of bounds. As we look on the replay. Sean Williams up and under, no good. Rebound, Cobb. Tech with a chance to take a lead for the first time since the 7:55 mark. P.J. Neal is called for the personal foul.
He tried to fight around a screen. Just got a little too aggressive, so a quick foul is called on the outside. Ouachita with a slow start in the second half, just like the first half.
They were able to recover in the second half with a flurry. Nice set from Arkansas Tech. Brooks to Sims, and Tech has its first lead in 10 minutes of game action. Devin Franklin set to check in for Ouachita after the next dead ball. And that'll be now a nice save by P.J. Neal. He gets it to Martin. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Devin Franklin checks into the game for Ouachita, replacing Rollin Belton. Neal triggers the inbounds pass, needing somebody to get open. He gets it to Grayson. Now it's Tech disrupting Ouachita, not allowing the Tigers to get into their rhythm. P.J. Neal for three, no good. Rebound Allen. Six-one run to start the game for the half for Tech. Reggie Martin flies in for the steal and the dunk. And that is a gift for Ouachita. Coach Downey bewildered at Zenon. And that just stopped the bleeding for Ouachita. Foul on Neal. That's his third personal foul. Gavin Snyder will check in because to replace Neal, you don't want him to pick up his fourth with 16:26 remaining in the game.
That's a tough one. Officials worried about contact. That was not a reach-in foul, though. They just collided bodies as he cut him off on his drive, and way away from the basket, foul called.
Official stops play for a clock. They're going to put 16:20 on the clock and 14 seconds on the shot clock. Got it good, and now we're ready to go. Brooks goes baseline, step back jumper, no good. Rebound to Hobart Grayson. Grayson had 4 rebounds in the first half. That's his 5th. He led the way for Ouachita with 12 points. Franklin to Martin, back to Franklin. Weaves through traffic and gets the basket, and Ouachita regains the lead. The teams have gone back and forth. It's 6 straight now for Ouachita, though.
Just flying through the lane, went past the basket, and then laid it back in with his left hand. Beautiful move.
Allen's going to get called for the offensive foul. Said that he got the right elbow. Coach Downey looking at the official saying there was no contact. Asking about it in the media timeout. We'll take it. 15:36 remaining in the second half. Ouachita 43, Arkansas Tech 41. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
15:36 remaining in the second half. Ouachita 43, Arkansas Tech 41 from GAC basketball action from Bill Vining Arena. On the Ouachita campus, Chris Babb, Jeff Root here with you. Reggie Martin, Hobart Grayson, Gavin Snyder, Devin Franklin, Sean Williams on the floor for Ouachita. Schaefer, Brooks, Sims, Zenon, and Cobb on the floor for Tech. Franklin, screen for Grayson. The ball goes out of bounds off of Franklin's knee. The ball will go over to Arkansas Tech.
Quick pass inside that time, just couldn't quite get a grip on it. Went off his knee and out of bounds. Well, these fouls being called away from the basket are surprising. That time, clearly the offensive player caused that very slight collision.
Yeah, there's a foul called on Sean Williams. Gavin Snyder does a nice job of knocking that one out of bounds. Tech with the ball, 20 on the shot clock at the start of the possession. Franklin fronting Cobb on the post. You can tell Cobb really wants the ball. Schaefer will pull up. The lefty three is no good. Sims with the rebound. Block shot by Grayson. Tech wanted the goaltend, didn't get it. Loose ball controlled by Martin. That's a foul. Yeah.
Hey, that time he reached in. The other fouls that we've been surprised about were just body fouls with very little contact.
That was a reach-in foul. The Arkansas Tech coaching staff off the bench on that one, asking why. Williams pull up from 17, no good. Grayson thought he was pushed off of that one. Sims ahead. 2 blocks there. I don't know if that'll go to Martin or Franklin. Tech wanted a goaltend again. Instead, it's a foul on Tech on the other end.
That was one amazing slap to the ball to go to the backboard and down court. I mean, Ouachita playing some tough defense right now.
Grayson gets the free throw to go. Coach Downey issuing a challenge to Sims. Be a little tougher taking that one to the basket. It's the second straight time that he's had one blocked at the block. Grayson's second free throw is good as well after it hits the rim and drops through.
It is just harder to get higher than Grayson or Franklin.
Yeah. And it looked weird, so if I'm Tech, I'm probably wanting some type of goaltend violation as well, but one was not called. Sims goes baseline. 6 on the shot clock. Schaefer get ready to spin and pull up. Fade away in the middle of the lane, gets it to go. That's the third time in the second half, at least the third time, that Tech is late in the shot clock, had a jumper go in the middle of the lane.
We complimented Tanner from Dardanelle in the first half, and that was a very good play by Schaefer from Russellville.
Gavin Snyder weaves through traffic and draws the foul. That is a mismatch. Gavin Snyder, the guard, guarded by Cobb. Snyder listed at 5'11", listed. Cobb is listed at 6'7". I think the 6'7" is closer than the 5'11". Devin Franklin called for the illegal screen as he tried to set one at the three-point line. Jeff, not much of a flow either way here in the first 7 minutes of the second half. Gavin Snyder gets his hand in there for a steal. Off to Sean Williams in transition, misses the layup.
I think at first he wanted to dunk Chris, changed his mind, went with the left-handed layup and left it short.
They will stay with Ouachita. Sean Williams just needs a couple of shots to go. Grayson goes to the basket and gets that one to go. That was a strong take from Hobart Grayson. Grayson now has 16 points to lead the way for the Tigers. He leads all scorers today. Sims steps out for three. Sabian Sims gets the three-pointer to go. 14 for 47 coming into the game from three-point range. Got that one to go and cuts it to one. Grayson double teamed to Franklin. That ball stolen away. That was a nice defensive play by Cassius Brooks, stepping in front of Franklin to get the steal. An illegal screen called on Cobb. Third foul on Cobb. 11:56. We'll take another timeout. Tigers lead by one. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita. Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
11:56 remaining in the second half. Ouachita 47, Arkansas Tech 46. Tiger ball after the illegal screen was called on Sean Cobb. That was his third personal foul. Coach Downey not happy with that one. Ouachita run the weave. Zone defense from Arkansas Tech. Williams high post. Grayson three. Good from Hobart Grayson. Grayson now has 19 points. That's one way to beat a zone, Jeff, is get in the hands of a shooter and hit a three right as you get in the heart of that zone, like Sean Williams did. Nice job by Grayson of stealing that one away. Loose ball, and a foul is called on Ouachita, Gavin Snyder. Grayson almost had another steal.
That was a key shot also. A lot of time left with 11-19, but they were just back and forth with both teams struggling, and that was a big three.
Zenon for three, another one. Jacob Zenon 4 for 6 from three-point range. He has 16 points now. It's back to a one-point game. Man-to-man defense now in this possession from Tech after they were in zone the previous possession. Hobart Grayson up and under, avoided Sims, and got the layup to go. Abode into the game for Tech, Albright Abode, the 6'9 junior. Brooks for three, no good. MJ Leslie can't control the rebound. This is Sims. Another three from the corner, no good. Backside rebound to Bode. Can't get it to go. Sims with a putback, and they're going to call a foul on Sims on the push.
Well, I've just got to say that you look at stats before a game, they're hitting 26% from three-point range, but they're doing better than that tonight, especially Zenon, and they're depending on the three-point shot quite a bit here lately.
6 of 14 from three-point range. He is 4 of 6. So without that, the rest of the team 2 for 8. That's more along their season average. Zenon 4 for 6 on the season. He's a 33% three-point shooter to this point before today's game. Williams step back. That was too flat. Grayson tries to get the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Hobart Grayson. Coach Downey is on the verge of getting a technical foul. The official just told him to stop. Not doing anything over the top or anything, but he wanted a foul on Hobart Grayson coming over on that rebound like his player got called on the previous possession. I can see that.
We are closer to Coach Knight than we are the tech bench, but we hear the tech bench much more clearly. They have been active themselves.
Speaking of tech head coaches, as we have a three-pointer on the way from Zenon. Good. My goodness. 5 of 8 from three-point range for Zenon, and we're tied.
That is amazing. He is hot today.
Speaking of tech head coaches, saw Roy Thompson at Brookshire's this morning in town. New head football coach at Arkansas Tech.
He hired a good one there.
Yeah, former defensive coordinator at Ouachita. Sean Williams goes to the basket. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. He said, "Do you think they'd let me come in the gym today?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely they would." Family still lives in Arkadelphia. They'll move up.
No doubt.
After the spring. Foul is on Zenon. Sean Williams to the free throw line, 82.9% free throw shooter coming into today's game, 34 of 41. Makes the first, and Jeff, 9:19 remaining. 7 fouls on Arkansas Tech, 6 on Ouachita, and so we will be at the free throw line the remainder of this one. Anytime a foul is called on either team. Williams 2 for 2 from the line.
Well, free throws for the year looking pretty good for the Ouachita Tigers. It's a strength.
Tanner looking for the give and go. Couldn't get to Abode. Back out to Sims. He's going to operate on Grayson. Grayson does a nice job of backing off. Brooks goes at Snyder. Nice defense from Snyder. It was just a better shot by Cassius Brooks. Franklin spins, middle of the lane, no good. Rebound Abode. And then Franklin ties it up. Devin Franklin's going to be whistled for that foul. And here's our first trip to the free throw line.
It's his second foul. He really thought he had tied him up, but the foul was called.
It's unfortunate for the officials when one official has a foul and the other one has a jump ball. Abode goes to the free throw line. 7 of 17 on the season, a 41.2% free throw shooter, gets the first one to go.
I've always thought officiating in basketball was really tough. Everybody's close to the action. Everybody has their own angle.
Misses the second. Snyder with the rebound. Tech with a 1-point lead now. Snyder goes up, challenges the much taller Jacob Zenon, and draws the foul. Second foul on Zenon. And Snyder to the free throw line for Ouachita.
He is an excellent free throw shooter.
15 of 18 coming into today's game, 83.3%. He'll try to give Ouachita the lead again. There have been 5 ties, 14 lead changes in this game before that free throw. Good looking free throw from the sophomore guard from Central, averaging 5.7 points per game, 17 minutes of action. Played 19 minutes today. Under 8 to go. The under 8 media timeout will come at the next dead ball. Nice flash by Gavin Snyder, but it's out of bounds. A media timeout will take it. 7:59 remaining in the second half. We got a close one here. Ouachita leads by 1. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Rex Horn, the Interim Executive Director of the Arkansas Baptist State Convention, and today I'm joined by my friend Dylan, who is an attorney with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, with an important word for you.
The foundation is here to help you support your Ouachita Tigers. If you'd like to create an estate plan that supports Ouachita and its mission, or learn about other giving opportunities, please contact us using the information below.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
A 1-point game as we go under 8 minutes to go in the game. Ouachita leads 56-55. Chris Babb, Jeff Root here. Let's take a look at the foul situation as we come. No player for Ouachita has over 3 fouls. P.J. Neal and Gavin Snyder each have 3. Trey Allen for Arkansas Tech has 4 fouls. Cassius Brooks and Sean Cobb also each have 3 fouls.
Chris, as you said, both teams in the bonus now. Ouachita is 16 for 17 on free throws so far today.
Reggie Martin steals that one, a layup. Counted and a foul! Reggie Martin gets the steal on the errant inbounds pass, and Jeff Tanner just didn't foul him hard enough. I think Coach Downey looking at him, if you're going to foul him, just foul him. I don't think he fouled Reggie Martin hard enough to affect anything, and Reggie Martin was able to get that one to go.
And Martin is 2-2, or at least was in the first half. We'll check his second half stats, too. He's got it.
Martin now with 13 points. The only other Tiger in double figures is Hobart Grayson with 21. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Let's remember that one right there. That was a chance for Tech to take the lead. Tanner does a nice job of operating against M.J. Leslie to get the basket. Just remember that point. That was a point for 7:59 remaining. Tanner might have just made my point moot, but that was a point where Tech could have taken the lead, but they get the steal. Ouachita does and can't get it to go. Nice contest from Tanner of Hobart Grayson's shot, and nice hustle from Sims. So now Tech has a chance to tie or take the lead. That was a nice contest of that shot by Tanner of the much taller Hobart Grayson. Schaefer drives on Leslie, draws the foul, and so that will send Schaefer to the free throw line, where he's a 73.7% free throw shooter, 14 of 19 on the season. Cobb comes back into the game for Arkansas Tech, as does Cassius Brooks. Zenon is the leading scorer, the only scorer in double figures for Tech with 19. Grayson gets the rebound. That's his 7th. 3 rebounds shy of another double-double. He's had a double-double in all but 2 games this season. Williams operating on Schaefer. Gets over to Grayson for three. Good for Hobart Grayson. You can't give him that much space. It wasn't a ton, but then again, Sean Cobb's not used to guarding someone out on the wing.
I'll tell you what, it was just great confidence, too. He had an air ball his last three-point try. He comes right back and nails it.
MJ Leslie whistled for his second foul in as many possessions. PJ Neal will replace Leslie. That's the third foul on Leslie. No, the fourth foul on Leslie. PJ Neal comes into the game. So now both teams will be in the double bonus the rest of the way as 9 fouls called on each team. Tanner gets that one. No surprise there. 86.7% free throw shooter coming into today's game. He's 5 for 5 from the line so far in this game. 6 for 6. The Tech bench imploring its teammates to come up with some defense. Sean Williams will run the point against the much taller Sabian Sims. Switching on screens, so now Brooks is guarding Williams. Double team, off to Grayson. Left alone for three, that's off to the left. And now there's going to be a foul on Cade Schaefer as Reggie Martin was going up for the rebound, and Schaefer got caught from behind by the official, by the trail official. And so now Martin will go to the free throw line. It's not a bad shot from Hobart Grayson. I just think that it's one of those times when a shooter gets in a rhythm and then says, hey, there's nobody here. I'm going to take a dribble and a step. He just was not in rhythm like he was normally have been.
Schaefer was not going to get higher than Martin for that rebound, so he made some physical contact, got caught doing it. So Martin's at the line where he misses the first.
Yep. Was 3 for 3 to this point today. Gets the second one to go. So now Martin has 14 points for Ouachita. Grayson leads away with 24, leads also in rebounds with 7. Reggie Martin with 13 for the Tigers. 6 apiece for Leslie, Devin Franklin, Sean Williams. Zenon has 19 for Tech. He's the only player in double figures, 2 with 9. That's Brooks and Cobb. Under 6 to go. Brooks goes to the line and just gets around Gavin Snyder. Coach Downing wanted a foul as well. Didn't get it, and now it's back to a 2-point game. That was a nice play by Zenon as he read the back cut from Reggie Martin, got a hand on that pass from Grayson. Nice pull-up jumper, no good. Cobb can't get it. Martin has it. He has to pull it out because it was 1-on-4. Up and under for Reggie Martin. Tanner did a nice job of guarding without fouling. That's the 3-point threat for Arkansas Tech right there. He gives up the ball. Brooks. Yeah, that's a good call. Tech thought it was touched, but it wasn't. Brooks, I don't think the defense ever touched it, Jeff.
Yeah, over and back, and so Ouachita has the ball right back. And there is one coach who was unhappy about it.
Well, I think he was more unhappy with his player. He said, stop playing with it. That's a dangerous pass. Gavin Snyder cuts it off. Williams, kick out to Martin, a deep three. That's short. Not the shot that they wanted in that situation. Martin's a decent three-point shooter. It's just a little bit too deep. Williams, and that's going to be a foul on Tanner. Williams, Sean Williams wanted that one, Jeff. You can tell he had the steal. He had the steal, and then Tanner reached out and grabbed him.
Yeah, I think he had a dunk in his mind already because he was going to be down the court and over the basket momentarily. But he'll go to the free throw line instead, and he's good from there. Just a 2-point lead, so these are very important free throws. Down to 4:21 left. We're getting on the home stretch now.
Just love watching Coach Downey talk to the officials. It's kind of entertaining. He said, I wish I could just text you and show you video after the game. Williams makes the twos. I'm watching the same thing you guys are. Nothing over the top. It's nothing over the top at all.
He's watching it with a particular point of view, though.
He has a conversation with the official. That's fine.
Yeah, he does. He's under control.
Oh, yeah. Tanner operates against Martin. I think Martin would have been good, except when he went up, the hand came down, and that's where the foul was called. It was a good take by Tanner. It was a good recovery by Martin, but when he went up, the hand came down.
Tanner didn't go straight to the basket. He went into the defender with the defender in the air. It's a really good offensive move, and it will send him to the line where he is deadly.
Seven of 7 now, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
7 of 7.
He's got one more.
Tanner had only shot 15 coming into today's game. He had made 13 of those, and knowing what type of shooter he is, he was probably terribly mad at himself or upset at himself that he missed those two.
Yeah, he and Zenon have come together to really put together good offensive games for Tech today.
Williams double team, steps away, gets it to Neal. Draws across the lane. This is Martin now. A pull up from 17. Good looking shot from Reggie Martin. They just had Tech's defense going across the way. You have a penetration to the left coming across, and Reggie Martin comes. They just never got Tech's defense, never seemed to get settled that possession.
Martin moved quickly to his left and then went straight up, so he had good balance on the shot.
Nice defense from Grayson. See if he can continue without fouling. He does, and he gets the rebound. Nice job by Hobart Grayson. He got 8 rebounds now. I just want him to get 2 more rebounds just because. He plays so hard. He deserves a double-double every night. Sean Williams, kick out. P.J. Neal for 3. No good. Reggie Martin with the rebound. Kicks out to Williams. He'll pull it back out. A new 20 seconds on the shot clock for Ouachita. Down to 10. Screen from Grayson. Williams to Grayson. Coming in the foul! Williams controlled himself, weaving through traffic. And Grayson went up strong, got the basket and the foul. And so after the timeout, Hobart Grayson will have a chance to give Ouachita a 7-point lead. 69-63. Tigers lead by 6. Back to Bill Vining Arena after this timeout. You're watching Ouachita basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network presented by Taylor King Law.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
I'm Sandra, this is Jorge, and we were adopted in 2019. I remember when they first came to us, Michael was already a teenager. The whole cliche of they're so lucky to have you guys, and it's the other way around. They have changed our family for the better. They chose to love us. They didn't have to. They chose us. Family.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org.
69-63, the Tigers with a 6-point lead. Hobart Grayson to the free throw line to try to make it 7. The Tigers and the Wonder Boys, Jeff, for the majority of the second half, went back and forth. It was at most a 3-point lead. Now Ouachita has a chance to get it to 7, and now when you tell your team you need a couple of stops, it's time to close this one out and come away with a victory.
Yeah, there's plenty of time left, but Ouachita is definitely the momentum right now. Their best player just made another free throw to send it to a 7-point lead, as you said. So now the Ouachita defense sets up, really sensing victory in their hands.
27 for Grayson. Ouachita up by 7. This is Brooks in the middle of the lane. That's a good floater in the middle of the lane, and here comes, I thought might have some pressure, but they wanted pressure. The coaches wanted pressure, and Tech didn't bring it. You're ready for a double team. You've got to take care of the ball if you're Ouachita. If you're Tech, you don't have to panic. You just have to come up with a couple of stops and convert on the offensive end. Williams kicks out. Williams with 10. He goes baseline, and he's fouled by Zenon. Zenon gets whistled for the 3rd personal foul. And Williams to the free throw line. He has 8 points on the night. Big free throws from Williams. Knocks the first one down. He's 5 for 5. Six-point lead for Ouachita right now, which means it is a 2-possession game. Sean Williams can change that with one free throw, and he does. So a 3-possession game. Ouachita up by 7. Another 2 defensive stops, and you might be able to finish this one off. Brooks, strong take, counted, and the foul. Cassius Brooks to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play, and that's not what you wanted for Ouachita, but that was just a strong take by Cassius Brooks. He's the leading scorer on the team, averaging 19.6 points per game.
He did a great job of getting to the basket, absorbing some contact, and keeping control of the ball to the point that he was able to make the shot. Just a beautiful play by Brooks.
Allen was going to check in. Instead, it's going to be Cade Schaefer. Replacing Zenon. Foul trouble for Tech. Brooks and Allen both have 4. For Ouachita, Snyder and Leslie both have 4. Old-fashioned 3-point play is good, and here comes a little bit of pressure. Ouachita's going to have to take care of the ball. Gavin Snyder with it. Just token pressure. It's Cade Schaefer, not a bunch of pressure, but it did slow down Ouachita a little bit. Grayson left alone. Little isolation underneath. When it's going your way, it's going your way. Hobart Grayson gets that one to go. He wanted a foul. It went high off the glass, never broke the plane to go out of bounds, and it dropped through, and now Grayson has 29. I don't know if we have we'll keep it here. I don't know if we'll have a shot of the of that one that we can replay. The Arkansas Tech coaches are talking about whether it hit the shot clock or not. They're wanting it. I would be too, because you just don't see that. Here you get a look at it. Grayson going baseline. He wanted the foul right there, and he just throws it high off the glass, and there you see it barely touch the front of the top of the backboard and goes through. And, you know, when you're a scorer, you're a scorer. It's a good look from our truck. Now, the rule is if it hits the top of the backboard, it's still good. It just can't go over the back, or it can't touch the shot clock.
I think that's what it did. It didn't get close to the shot clock, really, and it didn't hit the pole coming down simply because that's behind the backboard and it would have bounced differently.
Yeah.
But it hit the top of the backboard and came down in. He clearly wanted the foul because it was a shot that I don't think he even expected to make. He had a big grin after it went in.
I would have too. You don't make those in horse. Hobart Grayson does.
Yeah, I think he would.
29 points, 8 rebounds for Hobart Grayson. Been a 2-time GAC Player of the Week, and we see why.
That's a key basket, too.
Oh, it really is. It's a 6-point game with 1:36, and you're looking at, if you don't make that, Tech gets the rebound and has a chance to come back and make it a 1-point game.
Zenon is back in. He's been the hot three-point shooter today for Tech.
Reggie Martin is guarding him. They try to get Zenon open. They do. Three-pointer is short. Rebound to Williams and Martin. Williams goes all the way in. Layup, no good. Reggie Martin pokes in. Grayson tried to keep it alive into Sims. It did take about 20 seconds off the clock. That's a two-point basket. Rebound for Grayson. That was a long two-pointer. Oh, now almost a steal. Nice hustle by Tech. Ouachita gets it ahead to Martin. The layup is no good. My goodness, how Ouachita came back. Coach Nutt is as animated as I've ever seen him, saying, get the ball out to half court and run some of this clock. Under 10 on the shot clock. A basket here would all but seal it. Snyder goes in.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
He hit the stands hard, but he's okay.
We're going to say a shot clock violation. Timeout, Arkansas Tech. 30-second timeout. Gavin Snyder wanted a foul. They let him go. They let him go the last three possessions. Still, Ouachita was able to run some clock on that possession. Here you see that last possession. Gavin Snyder going in. The ball goes out of bounds, and there should still be 1 second on the shot clock. But they're not going to come look at it. That's a good job by our trailer of pulling that one out.
Tech is not out of time. 33 seconds left. They need 2 3-pointers or enough possessions to shoot the twos. Tech has the ball.
I do believe that ball hit the baseline with 1 second left on the shot clock, so Ouachita could have at least had a shot at it. P.J. Neal pressures to keep Tech from being able to run the clock. That's not what they wanted. That is not what Coach Downey wanted, but they ended up with a basket. Timeout, Arkansas Tech. Goodness gracious, it was a not a good look from Tech. It was so short that it went right into the hands of Sims. 30-second timeout. Kind of give a little reset here, Jeff. Ouachita is up by 4 points. You see the full scoreboard there on your screen. Both teams are in the double bonus. They've been there for about 7 minutes. The possession arrow is with Ouachita. Ouachita has 2 timeouts left. Arkansas Tech with 1 timeout left. So key in this situation for Ouachita is get the ball inbounds.
And make free throws. And Ouachita's done that well tonight. Well, this afternoon, I should say.
23 of 25 from the free throw line for Ouachita. 92% from the free throw line for the Tigers tonight. As expected, full court pressure coming from Tech. That's Hobart Grayson there you see on your screen to trigger the inbounds pass. You get it to Williams. And a foul is called on Sims. That's the second foul on Sims, so Sean Martin will go back to the free throw line for the Tigers, where they are 23 of 25 tonight.
And they did not waste much time picking up that foul either. They want to see Ouachita make some more free throws. Williams is somebody you don't mind seeing at the line if you're a Tiger fan.
Could hear Sam Stracer maybe in the background saying Williams was 6 out of 6. Sometimes if the other team is shooting, sometimes you try to jinx them, to say it a little bit louder.
But he made it.
He did. 7 of 7 now from the line, a 5-point lead for Ouachita to make it 6. The Tigers are 25 of 27 from the free throw line, Jeff. That, you hear a lot of people talk about how the basketball players these days don't practice those shots. They don't care about shots, but, man, 25 of 27. 93% from the free throw line. That's not bad.
Such a contribution from Williams, too, in a day when he's not shooting very well from the field, but at the free throw line, he's really coming through for the Tigers.
8 of 8 now from the free throw line for Sean Williams. The Tigers up by 6, 21.8 seconds remaining. It'll be the same 5 on the floor: Neal, Martin, Grayson, Williams, and Snyder. Snyder with a lot of minutes today. 27 minutes. 38 minutes for Hobart Grayson. Williams with 35, Martin 31.
You don't have to go for 3 here, but as well as Washita's shooting free throws, they might decide they want to try to cut this lead in half with a 3-point shot.
They run that was nice defense by Washita to keep Tech from getting a quick 3. Zenon's shot is good, and a quick timeout from Arkansas Tech. That is their final timeout of the game, a full timeout, so we will take it with them. 76-2, Tigers lead by 4. Final 11.4 seconds remaining. When we come back, we're going to come take a look at the clock. Let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at the clock on that play, so we'll stay here. We'll try to see. Yep. And they're going to want to stop it as soon as it passes through the net to be able to see right there. All right, let's go run that one more time. What they're trying to do is see where it was when it passes through the net. All right. They're pleased with what they saw. They're going to go to 12.7 or 12.6. Not sure which one they'll say. It's when the ball crosses through the bottom of the net. So 12.6 is where.
What a great job by Gavin and the camera operators today. I mean, that was a clear indication of where to split the clock. So that's a really fine job by folks in the trailer.
Nice job of pausing that at the exact moment. You know, I'll brag on them. A lot of times we come when the officials say, all right, how many angles do we have? Well, I said, well, 4. We'll also have the clock in the corner. Like, oh, wow, that's great. Some compliments for our students from a lot of the officials that we have in the throughout the course of the year.
When they've wanted to look today, they've had a clear picture.
Grayson can't get it in and calls Washita's last timeout. So now a full timeout will keep it here, kind of the last timeout for either team. So now Washita will have to get the ball inbound successfully and then take care of it and hit some free throws.
Yeah, the key here would be to get the ball inbounds. Well, they'll probably be fouled immediately with only 12:6 left, but no timeouts for each team. Important for Tech also because they're not going to have time to call timeout to set up any plays. They're just going to have to keep it rolling and try to hit some shots here late to catch up with Washita. And the Tigers, you can bet, just need to control the ball, not have a turnover, and make some free throws.
Take a look at some of the – try to pull up some of these other scores from around the conference. Henderson State was at Arkansas Monticello today. And Henderson, close one down in Monticello. The Reddies lead 55-52 with 9 seconds remaining in that one. Can't get the Harding game to pull up. So Henderson trying to get a road victory. Looks like they might do that unless Monticello hits a 3 with 4 seconds left to tie it. So back here, 12.6 remaining. Tigers lead by 4. Hobart Grayson will trigger the inbounds pass. P.J. Neal, Gavin Snyder, they're the 2 guards. Martin and Williams are at half court. Screen set. They get the ball into Sean Williams. He spins away from traffic.
Oh, they waited a long time to foul, didn't they?
They did wait a long time to foul. I got to be honest, I'm glad they called a foul. It looked like Williams might have been looking to possibly call a timeout, but maybe not. That is the 5th foul on Allen. So Trey Allen goes to the free throw line, goes to the bench now after fouling out. Allen will finish with 4 points. Williams has been good at the line tonight. Perfect, you might say. 9 of 9 from the line tonight. He now has 13 points. And now this is a 2-possession game with 6.7 seconds left, so you see the other 4 Tigers drop back to half court.
That's it.
Sean Williams finishes a perfect 10 for 10 from the free throw line on the night. Brooks, 3-pointer, no good. Into the hands of Williams, and that is the final score. Selfishly, I really wanted Hobart Grayson to get that rebound off of that missed shot. But regardless, it is a victory, for the Ouachita Tigers. Ouachita 78, Arkansas Tech 72. The Tigers moved to an even 500, 3-3 in Great American Conference play, 8-4 overall. Tech falls to 2-4 in conference play. The Tigers get a big win to start off the 2025 season. Let's take a look at some of our final numbers from tonight's game. Coach Nutt will go down and talk to his guys quickly, and then he'll come back up and have a visit with Jeff Root. As we finish this one, let's take a look at the final stats. Ouachita finished 41.8% from the field, 23 of 55, 5 of 18 from three-point range. Not tremendous there compared to what they normally hit, but 27 of 29 from the free throw line, 93.1%. Tech shot well from the field as well, 46.3% from the field, 35% from three-point range, 7 of 20, 15 of 20 from the free throw line. Leading scorers for Ouachita, Hobart Grayson with 29 points. He also led the team with 9 rebounds. 16 points for Reggie Martin, 14 for Sean Williams, 6 points for Devin Franklin and MJ Leslie, 5 points for Gavin Snyder, 2 points for Rollin Belton. Leading scorer for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys, Zenon with 21 points, 16 points for Cassius Brooks, 10 points for Braden Tanner, 9 each for Sean Cobb and Sabian Sims, 4 points for Tanner Allen, 2 points for Cade Schaefer, 1 for Abode. Again, the Tigers win 78-72, get a 6-point victory over Arkansas Tech. Jeff, I know that you call me Rex, I'll call you Coach. I know that when you have a chance to talk to Coach Nutt, he's going to be pleased with the way that his team played, particularly closing it out at the free throw line.
Well, I think the free throws were such a key to this game. The aggressive defense, a key to this game also. The defense really kept them in the game when the offense started off very slowly at the beginning of the game. Then Ouachita grabbed the lead by halftime. They were able to hold on and get a victory over a good Arkansas Tech team. There's such a difference between 2-4 and 4-2. Or I'm sorry, 3-3.
Absolutely.
Such a difference.
Absolutely. I'm going to slide out here and let Coach Nutt come in.
Coach Nutt, what a pleasure to visit with you always, and maybe especially after a day like today when Ouachita got a key important victory against a good Arkansas Tech team. Your team started out slow in shooting, but playing well on defense, and then the shooting came alive. You grabbed the lead and held on to it.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the long break, I'm sure, had a little something to do with it. Came out a little flat, I thought. Defensively, just wasn't right there where we need to be. Gave up some offensive rebounds early, kind of kept them going. But we did settle down a little bit and kind of kept it close at half and had a little bit of a lead. But just proud of our guys' second half. They really stuck it out and turned it on there.
Coach, you've got one player who statistically is really standing out, but it's a team game, and everybody to me seems to be playing well together, and it seems to be a team that's unified in what they believe they can do this year.
Yeah, you know what, we're growing in that direction. I think we got some great pieces, obviously, but Hobart and Sean has been playing really well. Sean didn't shoot it tonight, but I see he's out here already on the gun. He knows he's got to play a little bit better, but he puts a lot on himself. But Hobart's playing at a really high level. He's a good player in this league and does a lot of good things for us. But you're right. It's a team game. Every night someone else has to step up and contribute and do the things. And defensively, we're getting a little bit better. We put together 2 pretty good halves defensively, and I still think we can do a lot better.
You mentioned that Williams didn't have a great shooting night, but on the free throw line, 10 for 10, including some key shots down the stretch. Yeah. Your team shoots free throws very well, and that is a key component to winning a close game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You have to make those, and it takes a lot of a lot of willpower to get to the line. You know, you got to have some tough guys, tough-minded guys that can get downhill, and with Hobart and Sean, you have those 2 guys, and we needed it down the stretch because we didn't shoot it like we normally do, but you got to find ways to win.
Grayson tonight, 29 points, 9 rebounds. I tell you what, the scariest moment for me was not holding on to the lead down the stretch, It was the very first
play.
possession when he took a nasty fall, headed to the basket, but he was able to play through that and get better as the game went on.
Yeah, that was scary. You know, he gets off the floor pretty well, as you can tell, and he took a bad fall. He didn't. He landed right on his behind side, and it was pretty tough. And he wanted to come out, but then second thought, he said, "Let me kind of get through it." So I give him credit for toughing it out and staying out there.
He also made a shot that literally went to the top of the backboard and came back through. I mean, when you're a shooter, I guess you're a shooter.
Well, that was a big time basket. We needed it. Yeah, and that kind of rolled the top rim of that backboard and fell in. That was pretty impressive, especially at that time of the game. We needed it.
I tell you what, the team is looking very, very strong. You're 3-3 in conference now. There's a lot of basketball left, obviously,
Absolutely.
through January and February. Yeah. A lot yet to be played, but do you feel good about the direction of the team at this point?
Yeah, I do. You know, we had a tough start. We had 4 out of 5 games on the road, so that's always tough in this league. You know that. We were able to win the last 2 road games, but you know, I think we're growing, we're learning every day, and you got to learn how to win. And I've told them today, you know, sometimes you got to win ugly, and that's kind of what we did at times today. But the bottom line, you got to win the game.
It's your 3rd win in a row in the conference. I mean, you have played on the road a lot. You'll be back home soon. The students will be here as well. Different kind of atmosphere when they're here, but everybody was into it today, even though it was a smaller crowd. It looks to me like your schedule is setting up, your team is setting up where you can really make a run.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. You know, it turns back our favor the second half of the year. We got a pretty good January home schedule. Then towards the end, we got the 4 out of 5 back. So at the house, so that's good. But you know, it's one game at a time, and it's a very, very tough league, very competitive. So, but I like the direction we're going right now.
Well, it looks so exciting to watch. This is an exciting team to watch play too. A lot of people should come out and watch this team.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're very athletic. They're fast. We have a lot of speed on this team. It's probably the fastest team we've had here in a while. So we're proud of them. Just got to keep getting better each and every day.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Your team goes to 8-4 on the year, 3-3 in conference play. We are excited to bring you this game.
Appreciate
Soon
it.
we'll have some students back, but we got folks here coming from from Magnet Cove High School who helped us out today, so we could bring everybody this game.
Awesome.
And Chris and I enjoyed doing the game. But we're going to, at least I'm going to take a back seat to some students when they come back. We're excited about that. But it's been so much fun to visit with you on the air.
Good to have you guys, and your team does such a good job for us. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it very much. Again, Ouachita with the win, 78-72 over Arkansas Tech here at Bill Vining Arena. Ouachita, as I just said, goes to 8-4 overall and 3-3 in conference play. We'll bring back Chris as we'll wrap it up this afternoon. A doubleheader win for the Ouachita Tigers today.
Absolutely. It's a good win for the women, good win for the men. You know, and they got the win, but you can tell that they're still not feeling great. They know that there's improvement. Devin Franklin's out here shooting. Sean Williams got the gun out and shooting on the shooting machine. As soon as they got done, he was out here as quickly as Coach Nutt was, plugging in the shooting machine and getting some shots up. And I went up to him and said, "That's a good job at the free throw line." He said, "Yeah, that was an ugly day." And so, but yeah, so it's a good momentum for Ouachita. 3 straight, wins for the Tigers. You have the 2 road wins at Arkansas, Monticello, and Harding before Christmas, and you come back with a win tonight. And then you get ready for Northwestern State, Oklahoma State next Thursday, and Southwestern Oklahoma State next Saturday, both at home.
You went over the stats earlier. We'll just mention a couple of those. Once again, after Grayson took a terrible fall on the very first possession of the game for Ouachita, 9 for 15 from the field. Really good work by Grayson, 29 points. He had 9 rebounds. And then Williams, who's shooting right now, as you said, not a great night, or as he said, really, not a great night shooting from the field, but at the free throw line, 10 for 10, including a lot of free throws down the stretch. Very, very important for Ouachita's win today.
They were. They closed it out at the free throw line. A lot of times if you're a scorer, Sean Williams is a scorer. When it's not working from the field, it can work from other places. It worked from the free throw line tonight where he's 10 of 10, and the Tigers did what they needed to do.
27 for 29 from the free throw line tonight for the Ouachita Tigers.
You know, Coach Nutt is a shooter. He was a shooter when he was in the NBA with the Mavericks, in college at TCU. He's a shooter. And 27 to 29 would please a coach who's would even please a coach who's a shooter.
He's going to recruit shooters, and he's going to coach them to be better because
That's
he
right.
knows how to make that technique make you even better in that.
That's
Been so
right.
much fun for me to join
Absolutely.
you.
Glad you were with us. As Jeff mentioned, our students will be back again. Thanks to Shane Hartzell and the Magnet Coast Student Network for joining us today. Gavin Wallace, one of our sophomores at OSDN, coming back. And again, it was a doubleheader sweep for the Ouachita Tigers. The men wrap it up with a 78-72 win. For Jeff Root and our entire crew, I'm Chris Babb. Thanks for joining us for Ouachita Basketball on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network, presented by Taylor King Law.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.